And our word for today on this Monday of the 7th week of Easter, this Monday, May the 13th, our word for today is conquered. Conquered, our word for today, taken from our gospel reading, the Gospel of John chapter 16. The disciples said to Jesus, "Now you are talking plainly and not in any figure of speech. Now we realize that you know everything and that you do not need to have anyone question you. Because of this, we believe that you came from God." Jesus answered them, "Do you believe now? Behold, the hour is coming and has arrived when each of you will be scattered to his own home, and you will leave me alone. But I am not alone, because the Father is with me. I have told you this so that you might have peace in me. In the world you will have trouble, but take courage. I have conquered the world." Take courage, I have conquered the world. There are many times I imagine Jesus with a bit of a smirk on his face, but I have to say, as I hear this gospel reading, that facial position comes to mind for me. The disciples say, "Now you're talking plainly and not in any figure of speech. Now we realize that you know everything, and we believe you." Jesus says, "Now you believe me? You believe me now?" Multiplication of the loaves and the fishes, walking on the water, the exorcisms, all of that. Now you believe me. The healing, the raising from the dead. Now you believe me. Based on what, by the way? I think we need to look at this because they say, "Now we believe you." What had he said previous to that? Also in the Gospel of chapter 16, a little earlier, "I have told you this in figures of speech. The hour is coming when I will no longer speak to you in figures, but I will tell you clearly about the Father." So now here's Jesus talking about the Father. "On that day you will ask in my name, and I do not tell you that I will ask the Father for you. For the Father himself loves you, because you have loved me, and have come to believe that I came from God." Whoa, hold the horses for just a minute. There's something worth looking at here. Jesus says, "I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to tell the Father on your behalf, because I want you to know right now that the Father loves you." Why does the Father love you? Because you love me. "Ask the Father anything in my name and he'll give it to you," Jesus says. Why? Because you love me and my Father loves me. We both love you. I've laid down my life because he asked me to lay down my life for you, that he might be reconciled to you. That's the love that he has for you. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to ask him to do the thing. He's going to do it because he loves you, because you love me. "For the Father himself loves you, because you have loved me and have come to believe that I came from God. I came from the Father and have come into the world. Now I am leaving the world and going back to the Father." And based on this, based on what I just said, that's when the disciples said, "Oh, we believe you now." And Jesus said, "Yeah, you believe me now. But there's a time coming when you're going to abandon me. But even though you abandon me," Jesus says, "I am not alone, because the Father is with me. I have told you this so that you might have peace in me. You are going to abandon me," Jesus says. "The Father will not. I won't be alone. And I'm telling you now so that you will continue to have peace in me, even when you have to repent for abandoning me, because I was never alone. I was with my Father." So Jesus is letting them know ahead of time that they are going to abandon him, but he is really kind of giving them forgiveness. Not kind of. He is granting them forgiveness for that thing ahead of time, so that when they repent, they will have confidence in the fact that Jesus will forgive them, that they can continue to reside in his peace. And in the midst of the difficulty, take courage, he says, "for I have overcome the world. In this world you will have trouble, but take courage, for I have conquered the world." You know, at a certain point, St. Paul says to the Galatians, "Oh, you silly Galatians, have you believed in vain?" We don't believe in vain, brothers and sisters. We believe that Jesus has conquered the world. Then why do we let the anxieties of the world conquer us? Because we're a little bit silly. Why do we let them perplex us? Why do we live in anxiety and fear about the things of the world when Jesus says, "Expect these things, but know this, I've already conquered the world. Live in my peace." He has won. He has conquered. We ourselves are more than conquerors through Jesus Christ, because he has conquered the world. Conquered, our word for today.